Hey everybody, Mike here, baseball collector, and it's another Monday mail day for me. Mondays, I usually get a lot more mail because stuff that I ordered last week throughout the week in eBay tends to pile up and come in on Monday. A couple of these are from Saturday, but this is what I've got to show today. Thanks to everybody for watching my video last night on the Hall of Fame, my live event last night. It went really well. I had a great time doing it. I thought there was some great interaction among the community that was on, and I appreciate everybody being there and taking a look. And if you weren't able to be live, I get it. I appreciate you watching since then and still kind of moving along. So I've really been getting into this last card PSA of Hall of Famer registry that doesn't really exist, but Mike made it kind of thing. And I'm having a fun time tracking down cards and doing a bunch of research on what I think is the last card for each Hall of Famer. And so I've got a bunch of those to show off. Currently, including what I've got today, at 33 out of the 110. There's 110 players that have had a Hall of Fame, or the Hall of Famers that had a card after the war, not including who might get in Wednesday. So that's kind of where I'm at on that. I'm also about to reach a milestone on YouTube. My next video, this is my 149th video that I've posted to YouTube. The next video I post probably later this week will be my 150th. So again, thanks to everybody for coming along this journey with me, especially really over the last year. And it's just been amazing. So thanks. Mail, this is, y'all came to watch this to see cards, not to hear me babble. And one of my sets, this is an autograph, is what I'm going to show first, and the rest will be all slabbed cards. The auto that I got was a player that won the MVP last year for the Marlins, now a New York Yankee, and his stuff has gone nuts since he's got traded to the Yankees, where you could get an autograph for him for 30 bucks. Now you're paying $40, $45, $50 for a base autograph, even like this one. This is the one that I got. It's a Chasing History from Topps from a few years ago. Sticker auto of Giancarlo Stanton, but I needed one for my MVP autograph set, and I didn't have one yet, so this is the one I picked up. Again, his stuff's going nuts price-wise, so I was like, screw it, let's just get one and get it over with. So, and I think he's going to do really well for the Yankees. Guy, he's just a beast. So, picked one of those up. Now a bunch of slabs. Not all post-war Hall of Fame last cards, but most of them, including, and I'm going to go from most recent card to oldest. Here is a 1984 Topps Jim Palmer in a PSA Mint 9. My son's first name is Palmer, and my dad's first name is Palmer. So I always liked Jim Palmer growing up because it reminded me of my dad, just like Arnold Palmer in golf. But this is Jim's last regular issue Topps card, 1984. I got this. A funny story about this card. This is a 1979 Topps Jim Catfish Hunter, and this is an 8.5. And I'm sure we've all had this, but I had it happen to me last weekend. I was looking at my watch list, and I saw a Jim Hunter PSA 8 1979 Topps for a buy it now of like $10, and I just hit it. I didn't even think that I had just bought one a few days earlier, and so that's why you got to really keep track of what you've bought. So I've got an 8 coming on the way, but I already got an 8.5 in hand. So guess what I'm going to do with the 8? I'm going to give it away to somebody. Figure out how to do that here as far as how I want to do that. But I don't need an 8. I've already got an 8.5. So that'll be going to somebody. Here's a 1977 Topps Brooks Robinson. This is his last regular issue Topps card. He did have a 1978 record breaker card in Topps for most consecutive seasons with one team. But I don't consider that his last card because this one has all the stats on it. You need like a magnifying glass to see all of Brooks Robinson's stats. It's so tiny print on the back of his 1977 Topps card. But that's in an 8, which is just a solid grade for that card. Here is a 1975 Topps Ron Santo. As most Cubs fans know, he moved across town for his last couple of years to play for the White Sox from the Cubs. And this is a PSA 8 1975 Topps, his last card. And then here is a 1971 Topps Jim Bunning. Great card here in an 8. This is a high series, so to get these in a high grade is hard to find, and any 71 tops in a high grade is great because of the chipping. But what's interesting about 71 tops, I love the back because it has a picture, but it doesn't show all the stats. It only shows the most recent year and then his lifetime totals. But that's all right. Beautiful card of Mr. Jim Bunning. Next one is a 1963 tops Richie Ashburn for the Mets, which again, longtime Philadelphia Philly, played for the Cubs for a couple of years and then went to the Mets to finish out his career. This is an excellent mint 6, which is perfectly adequate for me for what I'm trying to do. It's a collector grade card, so yay. Sorry about that quick interruption because my phone rang. Again, it rings on my iPad if it rings on my phone. And it was Ray from Philly, for crying out loud. He's calling me, but I did ask him to call me. So I'll call him back in a minute. But in the meantime, this next card is not a Hall of Fame last card. It's a Hall of Fame rookie card, and it's for my top 300 set. It's an upgrade. I already had this card, a 1962 tops Joe Torre, but I had it in a PSA 4. And for me, if I'm going to upgrade a card, I really want to go at least 2 grades higher. Just going from a 4 to a 5 doesn't really do it for me in terms of worth my time or my money. So I found this 6 for a reasonable price and pulled the trigger on it and got it and upgraded that card. My next one's a card that I really, really like, and I didn't know how much I liked it until I got it. But it's a 1959 tops Larry Doby in a PSA 6, which is a really solid grade for a 59 tops. Very clean card. Doby, of course, known as the first American League African-American player, Negro League player, Cleveland Indian. Here he's playing for the Detroit Tigers, though. So again, that's one of the things I love about these last cards is they're playing for weird teams. Like these next couple of guys. Here's George Kell from 1958 tops in a PSA 5. He's shown here on the Baltimore Orioles, which George Kell was a longtime Detroit Tiger. So very funny to see him in an Orioles uniform in this 58 tops. Very nice card, though. Pretty coloring. One of my favorite all-time sets, and I know there's a lot of you out there that agree with me, but here is a 1955 tops Ralph Kiner in a PSA 5.5. Love the, television, color TV border, wood border of the 55 Bowman set. This is Kiner's last card. He is shown here with the Cleveland Indians, who he just played with for like a season or two towards the end of his career. Longtime Pirate. But there you go. And not really a long time. Kiner only played like 10 or 11 years in the major leagues, but still a Hall of Famer. And my last card is for my 1940 Play Ball Hall of Fame set. Trying to get all the Hall of Famers in 1940 Play Ball. Wonderful, beautiful set. And here is the Mickey Cochran, longtime catcher for the Tigers, the Philadelphia A's, and this is a VG3. So on these, 3s and 4s are perfectly fine because they're so expensive that if I can get a nicely centered, which this is centered well, the corners are rough, which is exactly what you would expect on a 3, but the back is really clean. So that's all the slabs I got. Notice they're all perfectly, they're just nice and snug, and they're perfect fit sleeves, which I still have a bunch, but we'll need to order some more soon. Again, really appreciate it. That's my mail day today. You guys, again, thanks for supporting my channel. Please like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Would love to have you part of what I'm doing here on YouTube, and we'll catch you guys soon. Keep collecting.